It's not easy finding classic Porsche owners in Finland that drive their cars in the winter. Here's why.
You can imagine this is sand.
Yeah. Does it leave a lot of scratches on your car?
Yep.
This is public enemy number one. It's a mixture of salt, sand, and the salt's designed to break down the snow into that powder so that you can get more traction on the road. But for a classic car, it just gets in everywhere. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not snow. That's actually pure salt. Janne, what are you trying to do there?
It's completely frozen my car, so I want to see something out. So it's actually going to be dangerous if I can't see anything. This is my car. Other cars not practice.
Was it difficult to start this morning?
Yeah, it was. It was like minus 20 Celsius, and I kept the car outside. I didn't put it in the garage, so it wasn't like under the palm tree.
It's pretty special finding you. I feel like you're a bit of a unicorn to take such an old special car. And we saw, with the chipping of the ice, kicking the ice off, you're not precious about it, but they obviously do carry a value that not many people drive them like that anymore.
I think cars are meant for use, to be used. If I would have a Ferrari, I would drive that around the year as well. So I don't give a shit. Like if something breaks, it can be fixed. It's also like with Porsche, it's fantastic that there's so many parts that I can use from the 60s to 90s in my car. And I love the car so much that I don't care. Your time is limited, so I want to maximize the pleasure always when possible. So I'd rather drive my 911 in the winter than to have any compromise car. So, it goes in the winter. Even there's not half a meter of snow, but 20 cents, no problem. I mean, Porsches, they are not fragile. They last. You can drive them. You can use them. But it's also how can I say? It's really reliable. It was built in West Germany, so it was over-engineered. So with Carrera 3.2, you can drive it easily around the year. And it's honestly the most reliable car I ever had, and the best car for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even it's old Peter and 350,000 kilometers. I mean, it never lets me down. Okay, sometimes, but it's like easy fixes, DMA relay, or I have I love the car so much that I don't care.
Okay, let's get the rhythm again.
I have to say, with you driving, I've been in cars with a lot of good drivers and always had this feeling scared. And obviously I was nervous getting in with the ice track and other cars. But I have to say, the whole thing was really soothing in the end. You got this sound of the engine, this nice swaying. It was really a soothing experience, not a adrenaline-seeking experience. That was what was really just interesting to me. It was almost a meditative experience.
No, but for me, it's also it is kind of, it was like therapy for me, going sideways, because it takes a little while in order to learn how it behaves, because engine is in the back, so there's a lot of weight, so you need to play with the weight. So if you go a little bit too hard and you tilt the wheel, even 100 meters before you once tilt the wheel, so you know that you're going to spin. So you need to be really relaxed. And I think it takes a little while to learn how the car behaves in the winter. But again, it's not that hard, but you need to practice it a little bit, and you need to know the snow, and maybe depending on the temperature, maybe it's a little bit more slippery. So you need to do a couple of laps before, so you know how you can take the curves. It's quick, but it's not fast. And I like to go to drive some B roads sometimes, and if I would be there with the GT3, I would go so fast. The speeds would be double the speeds I'm driving with this. So it's also like thinking about myself. I would lose my license if I would have a turbo GT3 now in Finland, not here, because the tickets are really expensive and.
Tell me about the tickets. I think that Finland has a very special finding system.
Yeah, I think they are based on your income.
Janne has pointed out something really interesting. Finland has given out some of the most expensive speeding fines in the world, the largest being a whopping 700,000 euros, which equates to over 200,000 US dollars and over 265,000 Australian dollars. And that was for going 80 in a 40 zone. In Australia, if you were caught doing the same thing, it would cost you 622 Australian dollars, which is about 400 euros and 480 US dollars. That's because fines in Finland are means tested.
So if you make good money, you fuck up, you pay. But again, I've been lucky, and I'm also like, I don't go like crazy in the public roads. And there's track days after that you can really try your car. So it's, it was on that day when we were out, it was not the best conditions.
It's probably about minus 20 now, and I've actually been put into a car just to warm up. I'm so cold, can't feel my fingers, and luckily this is a modern car that's got the arse heaters and everything. Unfortunately, Janne's car doesn't.
So, but it was, I think we were having a good time, and I was also very relaxed when we were driving. So.
My track day with Janne was unforgettable in more ways than one, and came at an extremely high price: frostbite. In fact, I spent most of my interview with Janne peeling my fingers like they were bananas, and was very close to getting bits cut off. Only stupid tourists get frostbite, and that day I was definitely one of those. So how did you get into the Porsche thing?
Oh, well, I think that starts somewhere about 1985, and started to love cars because of my father. And we were, I think it was maybe 85, we were in Italy for holiday, and remember, like me and my twin, we went to a toy store, and parents said like, hey, pick the toy you want, and I bought this scale model of 911. It was just beautiful, black with the wing and chrome Fuchs wheels, and it was just, it caught my attention. My twin brother bought, I remember he bought 4x4 Jeep, and I bought the 911. And in that moment I knew that, fuck man, one day I want to have one. So
you were in Italy having a holiday,
yeah,
and you got a Porsche model.
Yeah.
How come not a Ferrari, Lamborghini, or it's not the place to follow?
Yeah, true. I don't know. I just love the design. Like back in the early 80s in northern Finland, you didn't see much Porsches. So it was just like everything was really expensive. Like I remember, like Porsches, they were probably, very expensive. So of course in Helsinki you saw some, but not in Oulu, small town there. And then fast forward to 2000, then I bought my first 911, which was 78 SC. Yeah, I think it was 2003 when I bought it, and I had it for three years, and then I got my current one because it's 87, so it's with G50 gearbox, so it's really it's the last 911 series, and I really like that car, so then I bought it from him. Yeah.
So tell me about the name of it, because I'm somebody that names my cars. I always have. It's something it's just natural to me. My family always did.
Yeah.
Tell me about the name.
Yeah,
of it.
I bought the plate because my son's name is Uwe, and I figured like I will pass that car on to him when he's 18. It's gonna be another 16 years to go, but I would like him to grow also, a little bit as a petrol head. And in Finland you can buy the plate. Yeah. So that was available, so I figured like Uwe 911 would be a great plate. When I was driving the 3.2, I really, it's perfect car for me because I like the pureness of driving this car, and it's something like I can take out every day, even if it's like minus 25 degrees or around the year. What I really like about my car, or what I really love about my car, is that it's just so pure to drive. It's only you. There's no power steering, so like traction controls, because you don't really need them. And it's just the feedback it gives me. It's fantastic. And whenever I'm on a track with my car, I'm pretty relaxed driving it, but it's just after when I get back home and go to sauna or whatever, I just think back and this was a fantastic day. But I just love the driving it. Driving it, how can I say that? But I just love the car. I love the color. It's not original completely. I can do stuff for it, and if I change wing, or I have like 5 sets of wheels for it, so I do always something new for the coming year. I change something, maybe a new set of wheels, another wing or something.
So what's a Finnish Porsche anyway? Because this is the Finnish 70th anniversary. It's very clear in Australia what's an Australian Porsche, but to you also, what's a Finnish Porsche?
Yeah, it's actually a good question. Never really. Mine is like European Porsche, I could say. It has seen a lot of countries. Originally from Germany, 2 years in Germany from 87 to 89. Then it came to Spain in 89, and it was in Spain until 2011. Then I went to Switzerland and I left it in Switzerland, and then I think 2012 and brought it to Finland. And I have had it now for 15 years. I bought it in 2006. So. What's a Finnish Porsche? I don't really know. It's a good question, because I really don't know.
Matthias is our connection. Matthias used to be my neighbor.
Yeah.
And he's obviously on a group of friends that we have. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this 70th anniversary. I just want to find Porsches. And he gave me your number. But how come you came to help me? This is...
Yeah, community that it's like a good bunch of people. Everybody's willing to help, and when we go driving, if somebody has a problem, everybody stops and goes,
definitely
under the car, and So
with the club, what's your relationship with the Porsche Club here?
No relationship.
I was thinking about this. How is it possible that when you meet a Porsche person, you break through this? There's this immediate friendship, and then I don't know. This is what came to mind is when you meet somebody new, you usually do the shitty chit chat.
Yeah.
But when you've got that anchor of the Porsche, the Porsche passion, it suddenly just skips all that shit and you're talking about something and straight into something that's intimate in a way.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have time for bullshit. Like, I rather don't have that, so I go always straight to the point. But yeah, I think what we share in common is the passion for great automobiles.
Yeah.
And yeah, for sure. Like when there's Australian living in Helsinki and it's middle of the winter, we have opportunity to go out on a track. So I'll bring you along for sure.
I really appreciate it. Like, as I said, this has been 8 years here and just discovering the community now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's. I need to introduce you to James. He's a good Scottish friend of mine. He has very interesting garage. So. I'll hook you up with him, so
Great.
You'll talk with him. So see also a foreigner's point of view over the Finnish Porsche scene.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, super guy. So you should meet him. I'll help you out. So I'll hook you up.
So there's one last thing is that I have this diary now, your Porsche number 2. If it's okay, this is going to be something that I want to keep, and is the special I suppose where I would like to record this journey.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, just write a few words that
sure thing.
that you want to put there. So just the car. I'll put a little picture of it.
Yeah.
And,
sure thing.
So, if you're wondering what happens to all the salts they lay on the roads during the winter, the roads get literally vacuumed and washed. And after 1 or 2 spring downpours, you find 3 noticeable things happening. The birds start to return home, the flowers start to pop up out of the ground, and the classic cars return on the roads again.